One day, in a not so distant future, West Ham United will not be drawn against Liverpool at Anfield, or Manchester United at Old Trafford, or Man City away in the Carabao Cup. And when that happens, we may be within a chance of winning that competition. Unfortunately, that's not what happened this year. And yes, we had to go to Anfield to go and play Liverpool. And like last year, we lose 5-1. But unlike last year, where we put in a shambolic performance and stuck the place up and deserved to lose 5-1, I do not believe we deserve to lose 5-1 in this game. Completely different performance, a much better performance. That scoreline is not a true reflection of our performance in this game, not in my opinion. I thought in the first half we looked okay. I thought we looked controlled. We did limit Liverpool to the amount of chances they were able to create. We did go ahead. Yeah, it was probably the messiest goal you have ever seen, and then they did get an equaliser, but he was offside. It probably shouldn't have counted, but there's no VAR in the Carabao Cup at this stage, so it did. It was a very tight one, but I still think that our linesman should have done a lot better, and that was frustrating because it meant we go in at half time 1-0, and it was probably a fair scoreline, but it should have been 1-0 to us, and that's a different mentality that you have then going into that second half. Now, they did go 2-1 up pretty soon after the half-time break, and we needed to do better. There was a shout for a penalty, a handball. I don't think it was a penalty. I think it would have been really soft. We have seen them given, but his arm was by his side, so I don't think it was handball. And if VAR was involved, I don't think they would have given it either. But we needed to do better. Alvarez kept him on side. He probably then should have at least tried to, try and block the shot, but didn't. And I felt Fabianski probably should have done a little bit better. So then we go 2-1 behind, and then we make the substitutions. We bring on Antonio. We bring on Bagatà. Our performance really starts to improve. Right, we are passing the ball around well. We are creating chances. We are causing them a lot of problems defensively, and we look like the stronger team. We look like the team that is going to go on and get an equaliser. That's what it looks like, and yeah, we're really pushing forward. And then Bagatà dinks a ball over the top. It takes a deflection off a Liverpool player, and it goes off. It's a corner. Well, that's what we all thought. It should have been, but it wasn't given as a corner. Bowen was fuming, absolutely fuming, and then they take the goal kick, and then they score from their goal kick. They go 3-1 up, and then that's what changes the game. Then, like we're then frustrated. Then we're frustrated because they've had a goal in the first half that shouldn't have been given because it was offside. They had a goal in the second half that never should have been allowed because we should have had a corner, and we keep going. And I still think that we're on top at this point. We still look like the most likely team to score next, and then Alvarez picks up a second yellow card by making a silly challenge, gets sent off, the heads drop, we capitulate, last 10 minutes they score 2 more goals, it ends up 5-1. It's so frustrating that those decisions that went against us in that game led to that result in the end. And I don't feel like we deserve to lose that game 5-1. I really, honestly do not. Now, did Lopetegui get anything wrong? Probably the starting lineup, a little bit. The two players that I felt like let us down most of the day were Edson Alvarez and Fabianski, in my opinion. And I don't think anyone disagreed with Lopetegui starting those two players. Now, was Sofel brilliant defensively? No, but I felt like he was good going forward. Was Creswell brilliant defensively? No, but I thought he was okay going forward. I don't think Creswell had a bad game. I don't think Souček had a particularly bad game either. Ings was okay, but again, I think most people agreed. Ings was a good choice in the starting lineup. So overall, yeah, there were some mistakes made in that starting lineup. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Emerson may have been better choices to start. It would have probably made us a little bit more secure defensively. It was good to see Todibo in the side, and I thought he had a decent game. He is very good on the ball, very composed on the ball. He can pass it well, so he did okay, and I think he did okay defensively. Obviously, in the last 10 minutes, we completely capitulated, and that's where a lot of the mistakes happened. Defensively, but I'll say the starting lineup, I don't think it was terrible, and I thought we put in a decent performance in the second half. And then I thought the substitutions in the second half were the right substitutions. They improved us. They led to a better performance. But as I say, we got let down. We got let down by some poor goalkeeping, in my opinion, and we got let down by Edson Alvarez. And then we end up losing the game 5-1. And the annoying thing for me is that people are going to be looking at that game who didn't watch the game. They're going to see that we lost 5-1. They're going to say, Lopetegui out. Lopetegui out. We're just losing again. Losing. He's shit. But I don't think he did a huge amount wrong today. Was it perfect? No. Did he make the right choices in the starting lineup necessarily? No, but I don't think they were poor choices, to be honest with you, because I don't think those players did terribly, but we could have had better choices in there. But we did need to change it up. We do need to rest some players, because we want to try. The priority is the Premier League still. It is. It would have been nice to go further in this cup, and I would have liked us to see us put out a really strong starting lineup. But then if we put out a really strong starting lineup and we lost this game, and then we go into the game against Brentford and we don't put in a great performance, then people will be questioning why we put out a very strong lineup in this game. So at the moment, Lopetegui's under a lot of pressure. He's got to prioritise the league, and I still feel like he put out a strong lineup, but we got let down today by the officials and a couple of individual performances. So I'm not taking this result too seriously. I'm not worried about this result. I saw a lot of positives today. I thought Somerville looked brilliant. Again, on that left-hand side, best player on the pitch for West Ham. I thought Bowen looked really strong. When Paquetá came on and started playing alongside Solar, I like that partnership. I think that will work really, really well. Obviously, Alvarez is now not going to be available for the Brentford game, so that is not a positive. But we were playing some good football. We were passing it well. We were doing the transition from defence to attack a lot better in that second half than we were in the first half. So there are positives. And if we could take those positives from this game into the game on the weekend against Brentford, and we can improve on that, maybe we can see a better performance, and maybe we can get a result. So, yeah, despite the scoreline, which is not brilliant, it's not brilliant that the hedge dropped at the end of the game, right? It's not all fantastic, but I still sit here and say that the performance that we put in today was a hell of a lot better than the performance we put in against Liverpool last year, and miles better than the performance we put in against Chelsea at the weekend. Miles better. And that was a positive. We gave it a go. And you heard the fans were still singing, and they were clapping the players at the end of the game. Still. They were still showing them their support, because I think the fans at the game saw that the players really did give it a good go, and we're probably a little bit hard done. So let's not stress out about this one. I don't think this is a game to stress out about. Let's put it to one side. Let's forget about it. Let's move on, and hopefully we can see an improved performance at the weekend like we saw today, because it was an improved performance. And if we can keep on improving the performances, the results will come. So I'm not overly worried about today's performance. I do think it was perfect. Definitely better than the Chelsea game. Definitely there definitely were some better performances. We were done over by the officials as well. We had some decisions go against us 100%. And if those decisions didn't go against us, then maybe their result could have been a little bit different. Maybe. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go to bed. I'm knackered. Thank you very much for watching over here on the West Ham Network Extra. As per usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you like this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Good evening, good morning, good night. Come on, you Irons.